company, every business has got a story to tell. And with this work from home phenomenon, where 70% of your staff will be at home, how do you influence them and motivate them to make sure they still remember who they're working for and why they're working there? So this is where storytelling comes in. And the word digital storytelling is just a new medium of telling a story. If you're working in an organization that's got walls and doors and floors, when the boss walks in, there's a certain flutter in the hearts of the people. Oh, the boss is coming in. There is an ambience, the kind of motivation. But when you're working alone and it says you and your laptop, how do you remember what really made you work for that company? So it's very important for the story to stick in the minds of everyone who works for you. So this is where the digital storytelling style comes in. How do you give small doses of the organization's vision, mission, core values, belief system, products, branding? How do you make little stories of that and feed into the psyche of your employees, your partners, your key collaborators? How do you do that? And that's what digital storytelling is all about. In any story, you have three elements. One is, of course, the storyteller himself or herself. The storyteller needs a personality that makes the storyteller so compelling that you want to go and hear her or him. Then, of course, you have the audience who want to hear the story, or the audience you want to listen to the story. And then you have the channel. It could be your voice, it could be a song, it could be a certain way that your hands move, your gestures. But these are all in the physical environment. Now, you've got to digitize all of that. And you've got very short attention span of people as well. So the digital storytelling takes all these elements together. And a business writing will help to put that text to make them bespoke, make them short, make them extremely powerful, that the person who's listening will remember that at least for the whole day. Now, when you write a proposal to the board of directors, a proposal for something you feel is very important, you are telling a story, because every proposal that you write must have a reason for it. And when you put the reason up front, if you don't put it in a compelling manner, if you don't tell it like a story, you have lost the interest of the people who can make a decision. So if you keep that storytelling element in your mind, how you have enjoyed a story, and if you replicate it in the way you present it, either in a written form or spoken form, the response that you want. Let's take a report, a simple incident report. If you keep in mind that it's a story that you want to tell, or after you write the report, and if you're asked a question, so what do you propose we do, or what do you recommend that we do? If you keep that in mind, that I need to tell it in a compelling way so that I can get the results I want, then you will use the digital storytelling method. Now, as you know, that the digital part is the person who's listening to you or you're going to interact with will be over a screen. It'll be online. So that is a certain reason that you have to take in all the digital elements into the way you do it. If you are sending it by text, just in a Word document, in a text, with all these words, may not impress. That one may have to go in a different medium. In slides or in all the various kinds of tools that are available. Because at the end of the day, you want the person who's reading it to give enough attention, and you get only enough attention if it's presented in a way that will keep the attention.